everyone, my name is Shea. Welcome to or back to my channel. First of all, happy 2021. Let's hope this year is a lot better than 2020. In today's video, I wanted to go over my personal goals and plans for 2021, how I got organized, and how I set up all those goals using an app called Notion, which I've recently discovered and I'm obsessed with. So I wanted to take you through my Notion and also a few things I did to start off this new year so I had a solid plan going into 2021. So I have some personal goals to share as well as some language learning goals to share. So if you're interested in learning about what those goals are and also how you can set some of your own to get ready for the new year, definitely keep watching and like this video if you found it helpful. So I'm going to jump onto my laptop and show you my Notion screen. I personally had never heard of Notion until like a few days ago, and I recently started using it to plan everything out. I seriously love any sort of like planning and productivity tool, so I made an account and started creating my Notion, and I will walk you through what I made, and then also hopefully that gives you some inspiration if you want to use Notion as well. Okay, so first off, I have my 2021 goals page, and I actually downloaded this template from a YouTuber that I watched. I will link her video down below. She was the first video I watched about using Notion for my 2021 plans, and this was a template I just downloaded from her because it's pretty hard to set up your own templates on Notion if you're a new user. So first off, she has this word for 2021, and I chose the word boundaries, which I wrote are meant for setting and pushing because I want to set more boundaries because my own energy is important. So especially in work, I want to be able to say no to things if I really can't take on extra work, but also within like personal relationships, or if there's things that I want to do that I feel like I can't because I'm trying to help somebody else. I think a lot of times I give too much energy to other people when I should also focus on what I want to do. So I want to set more boundaries, but I also want to go more outside of my comfort zone this year because that's when I grow. And I feel like while I was very introspective last year because I spent a lot of time by myself, I didn't really have a lot of new experiences. So this year I really want to push those boundaries. I want to explore a lot more, and we'll cover some more goals that I have later. Then if you scroll down here, I have just top 5 personal goals. I want to read 1 new book a month, and that might not seem like a lot, but I wanted to make a manageable goal, and I didn't want to say like read 4 books a month, so I think 1 is definitely manageable. Another goal is to visit 1 new city or place a month, and that's a goal of mine, as I mentioned, of pushing those boundaries. I do want to have some more road trips because I live in such a beautiful place, and there are so many cool places to see within just like an hour or 2 drive time of where I live. Obviously, I still want to be very careful with COVID, but I would just probably be traveling by myself and not big groups of people. And plus, in a road trip, I would just be driving in my own car and not flying. A lot of places on my list are just like cool nature spots, so it wouldn't be like I'm going somewhere with a ton of people. I would be outside in nature, but just seeing a lot more of the beautiful place that I live in. And then my next goal is finishing 1 whole book in Italian by the end of Q1. So I'm currently reading a book in Italian, but I'm probably like a quarter of the way through it. So I still have a long ways to go, but my goal is to finish that within the first few months of 2021. And then for a huge year-long goal, I want to reach a solid B2 level Italian proficiency by the end of 2021. So I want to take some sort of exam or something that can acknowledge that I've reached that level. And I want to make sure that I'm at a solid place of B2, not like barely B2, but solidly B2 level at least. And then I separated another category into top 5 business goals. So I want to hit a $1,000 YouTube revenue month. My revenue has definitely been going up for YouTube, which is very exciting. But my next huge goal would be to hit a $1,000 a month, which would be awesome. And also it would be cool because at that point I could start paying my rent with YouTube, which is really exciting to think about. I also want to get 2 YouTube sponsorships by Q1. Oh, I also have when I want to achieve these goals. So Q1, Q2, just somewhere within that quarter of the year is when I want to achieve it. So I'd like to get 2 more YouTube sponsorships within the Q1 period of the year. And then by Q2, I'd love to hit 10,000 blog views in a month. I got pretty close last year. I think my highest was around 9,000, but I've kind of let my blog stuff like drop off a little bit, so I haven't really been doing much for my blog, so I want to get back into that. By the end of Q2, I also want to create a new online course. I'm a little bit unsure of what I want to do, but I'd love to create another course, so that's another goal of mine. By Q3, I'm not super sure about this one, but I'd love to do a collaboration with some of my favorite language YouTubers. So that would be like a huge goal for me. Again, I don't know if it would happen because they probably don't even know who I am, but it would be very exciting to collaborate with one of them. And then for just a yearly goal, my goal is to publish at least 35 YouTube videos. So that's like about 3 videos a month, and I'm just giving myself some leeway in case there's times where I can't post every week or something like that. So 35 is my main goal. Then this template breaks down into quarterly goals. So if you actually click on Q1, it takes you to another page, so I can kind of narrow down my focus. So you can see it's split up January, February, March, and then I can write my top 3 priorities here. And then at the end, I really like this part because at the end of the quarter, I can do a review of what I enjoyed most, what I learned, what I could have done better. So I think reflection is also a huge part of goal setting. So when you're doing that, make sure you have some place where you can reflect on different quarters or different periods of the month. And then you can see that just Q2 is the same kind of thing where you can write down your priorities and then go month by month and then another review. So that is my 2021 section. It's not super intense because I don't want to make it too difficult to reach my goals, but I also didn't want to spend so much time planning and planning. I want to actually like do this stuff. Okay, and then now I want to move on to this other tab that I created. I just called it my happy place. And this is my favorite page. It's just a whole bunch of different lists of things to experience, things I want to do, my little daily habits over here, some fitness stuff, this little Italian playlist that I like to listen to, and then some quotes. So that's just like an overall view of this page. But then if I were to break it down, things to experience, I have a little movie list, a little reading list. So as I said, I wanted to read a book a month. So this reading list, I ordered 3 books just a few days ago, and hopefully they get here soon. So these are just the books that I have yet to read. So you can see over here I have a little status ready to start. And then once you finish them, it's cool because you could add a little score like how much you liked it, and even a little summary or some notes, maybe if you wanted to read it again or if you want to recommend it to somebody else. So I think that's pretty cool. Recipes, I don't have anything in here yet, but I do love to cook, so I'd love to add some fun recipes to try because, again, that's another thing to experience, to try something new is a new recipe. Then I have my adventure bucket list. So this goes into what I was saying about doing road trips around California. I have some different destinations that I want to go to. And then over here I have if it's a road trip, a day trip, and then how long the drive would be if I wanted to drive there. Then some of these I say like a weekend trip. As you can see, this one would be a plane trip, so that's probably not something I would do until later at the end of 2021. But these are just some ideas of places that I can go for like a day trip, and I'll just add to the list as I find some more places. And it doesn't have to be anything super crazy. It could be just going somewhere to spend an afternoon hiking or getting lunch or something. But I just feel like it would be cool to get out more and see some of these places. And then I actually skipped over this when I did my 2021 goals, but I had something called Shea Day. And these are my little itineraries. So I saw a YouTuber, I think her name is Michelle. I will also link her channel down below. She talked about doing a day to treat yourself, maybe once a month or more frequently than that, because she was talking about how a lot of us spend our birthdays really treating ourselves and doing something really exciting, but that's just one day a year. So she was saying that she likes to schedule in a day where she just does all of her favorite things and really just treats herself and doesn't feel obligated to work or anything. So I have my January Shea Day planned out, just things that I enjoy doing and that I'm gonna want to do. And so I probably will schedule that out one weekend in January, and then kind of, you know, as the months go by, schedule other days depending on what I like to do, what I actually can do. Yeah, so this will be a little bit of what my January Shea Day will probably look like. Then I have these journaling prompts because I already am pretty good at journaling, but I really want to do it more in 2021. So I downloaded these journaling prompts from the YouTube channel called The Bliss Bean, and I really like her as well. So she's really great inspiration if you want to check out her channel. And these are 70 prompts that are really good if you don't know what to write about. And one of the habits that I started doing in 2021 is waking up, and instead of checking my phone, I come over to my desk and I start journaling for the morning. So if I don't know what to write, I can just pull up one of these prompts and start writing from those. And then over here, I just have my daily habits. So some things that I want to start doing daily is meditating, getting 20 minutes of sunshine. So taking walks, taking runs, walking on the beach, just getting sunshine always makes me feel really good. So I definitely want to make that a priority. I want to drink more water because who doesn't? I tried to do a calculation of how much you're supposed to drink based on like your weight and age and stuff, and I think it was around this. It seems like a lot, so I don't really know if that's accurate, but I have a big water bottle now that hopefully will help me drink more water. And then journaling, like I said, and then taking vitamins. I take care of vitamins, and I actually really like them. I honestly feel like I felt a difference taking the vitamins every day, so I think that's a good habit to keep up. And then travel plans, there's nothing in here because I'm not traveling anytime soon, unfortunately. Hopefully there will be travel plans by the end of 2021, but we'll see. Fitness, I just have some yoga videos that I want to try because I've never been super into yoga. I want to, but it's just never really been for me, and I don't want to set any goals that I'm probably not going to be able to achieve. So I just have some videos in case I want to try yoga. My goal, I do have a goal to try like once a week. So here's just some videos that I listed out that I think potentially I will try. And then I also have some workouts to try. So I just have some listed out here that I think would be good to try. And then I'll just do a rating. Like I do know this Tabata one by Heather Robertson is one of my most favorite workouts. So I always just have that as a go-to. Most all of these things are more generalized, but this is the one page that I have that I probably will update more regularly. So this is my weekly workout schedule. So I'll start this on Monday of the first Monday of January, and then I can just go through and check off when I've done these workouts. And I kind of like that I planned out what workouts I'm gonna do on what day, so that way the day of I don't have to search through YouTube of trying to find a new workout video to do. So this is pretty nice, and I think I definitely want to keep up with this. I like how you can see the little video thumbnails and then just kind of plan out what workouts I want to do. And I'm a person who I love working out already, so it's not really in my New Year's resolutions to work out more. It's more just that I want to try more variety and challenge myself and get stronger. So I already am set on working out, but I'm just excited to have more of a structured plan. The rest of the stuff, I have an income and expense tracker. So this is just kind of personally like how much revenue I'm making. If there's any sort of business expenses I should keep track of. So we won't really go through that. This is a YouTube video tracker. So I have some video ideas. Oh, I should move this over because I actually just filmed this. So then it's nice because like I just did, I can move this when it's in progress or when it's completed. This video is completed, yay. Yeah, and then I can just kind of write down if I have any other ideas of things that I want to do, just pop them in here, and that way I always have a running list of video ideas. And the same kind of thing for my blog posts. Again, I want to get back into blogging again, so the same kind of idea, if I have it in progress or if I actually have it published, then I can just move it over. And that's what I really like about Notion, is just, again, like how organized you can be. So that is my quick overview of how I use Notion, and now I just kind of want to get more into some overall goals and how you can set your own and things that I did to start the new year to have a nice fresh start to 2021. So the first recommendation that I have is journaling, and this has been my journal since, let's see, the first entry was January 1st, 2019. So this journal has lasted me a while. I love it. I can't say that I write in it every day. There are definitely some periods where I go months without writing in it, but I will say that in 2020, I did use it a lot more because I had a lot I needed to write about and thoughts and feelings I needed to get into this journal. But I think to start a new year, it would be really beneficial to take some time to journal, kind of a reflection on 2020. And I know that's hard because a lot of us just want to leave 2020 behind and never talk to her ever again. But I think it's important to reflect and also think of things that you want to leave behind, but think of things that you also want to take into the new year and maybe change, whether that's habits, things about yourself, new goals, stuff like that. I definitely recommend taking just a few minutes to journal a few pages. I did about 3 pages of writing about what I hope to get out of this new year, the perspective and mindset that I'm trying to go into 2021 with. And it's very nice to just get all your thoughts out and also set some positive goals for the new year. Another thing that I always love is planners. I was super excited because I wanted an enlightenment planner for so long, but I actually won it from this contest on their page. And I really love this planner because it's not just a normal planner, it has a lot of other things you can track, like a mood tracker, a habit tracker. In the beginning of all the months, it has a section where you can set monthly goals, meditation goals, things to let go, and sustainability goals. It has monthly views, weekly views, and a little place where you can write a weekly affirmation and acts of kindness. It just has everything that you need to create a productive and positive mindset for your week. So I highly recommend getting a planner, and it doesn't have to be something like, you know, the planner you had when you had to write your homework in for school. It could definitely be more of a goal-setting planner to help you plan out more than just like appointments and stuff. So I highly recommend Enlightenment Planner, or there's plenty of others out there as well. Even though I really enjoy Notion, there's still a part of me that loves to write things down. So I love writing things down in my planner, or I also have this other little notepad that I use daily to write down all of my daily to-dos. Writing down to-dos are super beneficial to helping you actually get them done and actually remembering what you need to get done. So if you can get a little daily planning pad, this is also really great, but you can also use your planner. And then finally, the last tip I have for you is creating a vision board. And I love making vision boards. I love making one for the new year. I've done that the past few years and I found them really beneficial. I just make them on Canva and I take a screenshot of my desktop so I can get the right sizing and everything. And then I just put in pictures that inspire me, some inspirational quotes, pictures that kind of represent goals that I have for this year. So in my vision board, I have some pictures that represent my desire to do road trips, my desire to spend more time outside in the sun, at the beach, seeing beautiful sunsets, some quotes that remind me to go outside in my comfort zone, but also some quotes that remind me to put myself first and really take care of myself and my well-being. So you can see that on my vision board. And it can also just be pictures that inspire you. Maybe it's certain fashion, or it could be like the higher self that you want to be. It's really fun, and it's something you can do while you're watching a show or a movie and just create on Canva. Or I know a lot of people actually like to make theirs by cutting pictures out of magazines, so they can do it like actually with paper by printing things out. But if you don't have that option, digitally is always really good too, because you have access to whatever photos you want. And then I've put my vision board as my desktop background, but I also have it as my home screen on my phone, so that way every time I unlock my phone, I can see some of those quotes and some of those pictures. That way it reminds me and it's at the top of my mind, so I can help manifest these great things into my life. But also it just looks very nice as my home screen. So another fun thing to do. This year, I really hope to go outside of my comfort zone and really challenge myself to experience new things. I think that spending so much time here in my room alone for 2020 really just made me feel like I was missing out on so much on the outside world around me. I'm really someone who wants to travel so much, and especially with learning Italian, I'm really eager to get back there, and I would love nothing more than to jump on a plane to Italy right now. But I think I was so frustrated with not being able to do that, where I just kind of shut down and felt like, well, I can't do anything, like my whole year and probably another year is gonna be wasted. But I really tried to get out of that mindset and remind myself that I always have the option to make a change. So that's why, like I mentioned, my word for the year really reminds me to push myself out of my comfort zone and push those boundaries so I can experience a lot more and be able to look back on this year no matter what, knowing that I've grown but also experienced a lot and not have any sort of regrets about things that I didn't do. So I'm really excited to explore a lot more and also grow a lot more, especially with my Italian. I really want to advance a lot more in my Italian by doing some more tutoring sessions, but also spending a lot more time actually talking with native speakers, because that is definitely how I think I will progress a lot faster. Because hopefully 2022, then I might be able to actually go to Italy and do a study program or just live there for a while. So that's my main goal. So I think another year of studying and being here in LA will help set me up for that. So that's the goal, and hopefully next year in 2022 I'm making this video and sharing that I achieved that goal. So we'll see. I definitely challenge all of you who are watching this to come up with some main goal or main theme for this year, kind of like I did, and then set some goals around that, so that way you can achieve the bigger idea or dream for yourself in 2021. You don't have to get super detailed like I did. It could be just something like buying just a journal to start writing out some ideas and thoughts about your year, or it could just be making a vision board for the year that you put up in your room or on your desktop like I did. Whatever it is, I think it's important to create goals but also keep them in sight, so that way you know what you are working towards. And just remember that you are always in control of your decisions, your actions, your dreams. So I hope that you all have an amazing and productive 2021. I really do hope it's better than 2020, and I will see you all again soon.